Hey, college coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We're a startup company based here in Austin, Texas. We are focused on creating a technology platform that helps student athletes connect with each other as they go through the recruiting process, to connect with college coaches during this very interesting COVID-19 recruiting cycle. But most importantly, we're focused on helping high school student athletes transition successfully from high school to college and then into their career of choice after their eligibility is over. We've got a very exciting another prospect on the show with us today, Garrett Menzies. I hope I said that right, Garrett. He's a class 21 athlete from Boerne champion here in Texas, 6'2", 190 pounds. He's a captain. He's got a great GPA of 4.0. He's an honor student, has a very strong SAT score of 1360, academic all district, athletically all district. Garrett, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great, Coach.
Man, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come on the podcast. I know you're ramping up for the season here. Let's jump right into it. Coaches, first thing I want to ask about is your academics. You've got very, very strong academics. Tell these coaches about the importance that you put on your academics.
Well, I put a lot of importance on academics, mostly because I want to be some sort of engineer when I'm older, and I'd love to get the best education I can, just so I can have a great career when I'm older. And that's kind of like the end goal, is to be really successful as an engineer. So
I'm also a fellow engineer. I majored in mechanical and then switched over to electrical and really love that and got my MBA. Tell us about the importance that you have for football enabling you to get the best education you can get at the college level.
Well, I mean, it's really tough to get into those really good colleges like those Ivy Leagues. I've had a few contact me through Twitter and stuff like that, and if I could use football to get to one of those schools and just get a super good education, I'd love that. So
awesome. Hey, obviously engineering, but tell these coaches, what are some of your favorite subjects in high school? What are some of the classes you excel in?
I really like math and science. I took physics last year, and I did really well in that class. I'm taking AP chemistry this year, and that's one of the things I'm really good at. And I also really enjoy math just because it doesn't have words and it just has numbers, and those make more sense to me. So
okay. Hey, take this time out to shout out some of your either teacher, counselors, coaches, or tutors that have helped you excel in academics.
Well, sure. My physics teacher, Ms. Zamzel, she's just really she goes in depth with the information and just is really there and just really excited. And also Ms. Boyers, her husband had Parkinson's disease, but she never let that be an excuse to not be in a good mood or just teach. And that kind of inspired me just to always be positive and keep chugging along and doing what I do. So.
Okay. And so have you talked about engineering? Have you made a decision on which discipline in engineering you're going to focus on in college?
I think either civil or mechanical.
Okay,
so.
Good stuff. And then what is your goal? Do you want to work for a top engineering firm, or do you want to start your own company, or what do you have planned for?
I think in the beginning I want to work for a big engineering company so I can learn. I'm mostly in like construction and stuff like that, and then eventually I want to be able to own my own company and just build buildings and stuff like that. So.
Are you thinking more commercial or residential or both?
I was thinking more like schools and hospitals and stuff like that.
Okay, commercial. Okay, yeah, good stuff. Hey, one thing coaches want to know about their prospects is their learning style. Tell these coaches, are you more of a verbal, visual, or hands-on learning style?
I would say visual and hands-on. I had trouble with the Zooms last year because it's hard to ask questions through Zoom, and I just like being in person a lot better. You just feel as it allows me to focus better as well. So.
Gotcha. And then tell us, who in your family drives you to achieve the grades and the excelling in academics that you have? Is it mom or dad or both?
It's definitely both. They push me to have really good grades because I know it's very important to have them to get into a great college. So.
Okay. And then do you have a criteria set up for what's going to help you decide what school you'll commit to at the next level? Will be distance from home, obviously the major. What else is important to you? Tell these coaches that.
I definitely think the quality of the education is very important. I also think the atmosphere of the college is really, really important. Distance from home really isn't that big of an issue. But I mean, the closer to home, the better,
Yeah.
as always. But yeah, somewhere just with a really good education, I think, is number one uh, criteria. So
As a former college coach, when I had players like yourself who are very strong on their academics, I would always want them to help tutor some of their teammates who aren't doing as well. Is that something you've done in the past, or something that you're open to in helping a teammate achieve your academic success?
yeah, of course. I've never had to do it with one of my teammates unless it's been in my class, but I've done it with the past for other people. So yeah.
Good stuff. Hey, let's switch over and get to know you a little bit more personally. Tell us a little bit about your family, your mom and dad, what they do, and are you an only child? Are you the oldest? Give us a little bit about your family background.
I have two siblings. I have a sister named Grace, and she's a junior, and I have a brother. He's a freshman this year. He plays football as well. He's just starting out in the process and stuff like that. Sister plays basketball. My mom and dad. My mom, she works for HP, and my dad works for a company called Avanade, and he does like IT stuff and stuff like that. My dad went to A&M, he was in the core there, and I'm a pretty big Aggie fan. So yeah.
Okay. So with you being the big brother, tell us a little bit about the importance you put on being the best big brother you can be to your siblings.
Um, it's definitely really important because you just kind of have to lead and like set an example for like what like the precedent is and like just hard work. Like my brother, whenever we work out, he works out with me, and that's definitely driven him to work out a lot harder and get a lot bigger. And definitely seen the progress just over the summer. Just he's taken a lot from what I do and has implemented it in how he works out. So
Okay, good stuff. Hey, tell us a little bit about what are some of your, I know you work out a lot getting ready for the season, but when you have a little bit of spare time, what do you like to do? What are some of your hobbies? You like to fish? You like to hunt? You like to get out in the lake? What are some of your hobbies?
I love to fish. My definitely favorite is bait fishing. That's just the best by far. It's really good down in Port A and just on the Texas coast. I like to hunt as well. Um, I've only been blind hunting, but I'd love to do some other type of hunting. I love going to the lake. The lake is always just so fun, no matter what you're doing. I also like to read. Just whenever a book just comes across my way, it's just really good to read. And I also like to play video games too. So.
You said you're a big reader. Tell us about the last book you read, your last favorite book, and what was your one takeaway from that book?
Um, the last book I just read is called Ready Player One, and it was a movie. I don't know if you've seen it before.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's a little different from the movie, but the biggest takeaway I took from that is definitely just um, always be in the moment and just live life to the fullest. Try to face your problems and not escape from them. So.
Gotcha. That's good stuff. Tell us, are you a big video game guy? You a Call of Duty, Madden, 2K guy, or no?
I don't really like Madden or 2K. I've never really gotten into that, but I really like Call of Duty, and I like GTA and stuff like that. So
Okay. And then for these college coaches who want to get to know more about you on social media, what are some of your favorite apps that can learn more about you? Are you a Twitter guy or Instagram, TikTok, or Snap? What?
I'm on Twitter. I'm also on Instagram, and I am on Snapchat. So
Good stuff. And then Garrett, tell us about your music taste. What kind of music do you like to listen to when you're working out to get you hyped or in pregame, and who are some of your favorite artists?
well, I like Kanye. He's pretty good. I don't really have like a favorite artist. I do like J. Cole a lot. And I
Okay.
forget the other's name, but I definitely like rap when I'm working out. But when I'm not working out, I'll listen to anything. I'll listen to country. I'll listen to rock. It just depends on my mood. So.
Okay. Hey, tell us a little bit about when you're with your family. We're doing this COVID-19 environment right now. Are you a big shoe guy? Are you a big time in the shoes, or not a big thing to you?
It's really not a big thing. I do like the Adidas Ultra Boost because they're just
Yep.
so comfy.
Yeah.
Um, but on game days I wear boots and jeans. I think that looks really slick. And just being out here, everyone wears boots and jeans. So not really a big of a shoe guy though. So
Okay. We mentioned books earlier. Also movies here. Tell us, what is your all-time favorite football movie?
ooh, remember the Titans for sure. There's no
Okay.
other.
It's a classic. Yeah. And then, hey, tell us a little bit about, you know, how do you define leadership, Garrett, and how do you plan on leading going into your senior year?
Um, well, as you said earlier, leading is, in my opinion, two things. One, it's setting an example, so just your actions. That's like I think that's the biggest thing. Your actions are really what reflect you as a leader, and then also um, verbally, like how you talk to other people and like what you say, and just your character and just how you treat people in general. And just
Definitely.
having the ability to step up and lead a team. So.
Okay. Hey, tell us, I call this my dream scenario question. Let's say you have a great 4 years in college and you find yourself in New York City for the NFL draft. Who is sitting with you at your table waiting for the commissioner to call your name?
Definitely well, I do have four people, other people in my family, so definitely all four of them, um,
Right?
for sure. So
No girlfriend, no anybody else, no other coaches, anybody, or just them?
I do have a girlfriend, but if it's only four people, I definitely choose my family before that. So
Okay, good stuff. All right. Hey, tell us, one thing coaches want to know about their athletes is, how much they're giving back to their community. Tell us what you do to give back in the Boerne area. Are you involved in church? Are you involved with some nonprofits? What are you doing to give back to your community?
well, we have a thing through football. It's called Football Leadership Council, and like at least once a month we go do some community charity project, and we have this local place called Hill Country Daily Bread, which is like a kind of like a food bank basically.
Hmm.
And we always do something through there, or it's just visiting elementary schools, going to read the little kids. Last year we got to go to the elementary schools and just open doors on before game days, just say hi and just make their day. But unfortunately, we can't do that anymore because of Corona. But
Right.
yeah, I do a lot through that. So
Okay. Garrett, tell us, whenever football is over, whether it's after a 10-year career in the NFL or after college, what do you want your life to look like when football is over, both personally and professionally?
I definitely want land somewhere. I don't know where, but I like a lot of land. I like a family for sure, and just somewhere where it's got a really good community, a place where kids grow up. So.
Okay. Well, as we finish up here, let's switch over to recruiting now. You've got good size. You're got lots of leadership. Tell us, who have you heard from? Who do you want to hear from? And tell us a little bit about your recruiting experience so far.
I mean, I just started it up. Well, I'd say about a year or two ago, I had no idea. I even like had the chance to be recruited, and then I started making highlights from my junior season, and I was told my film was pretty good, so I started sending it out, and a lot of it's been through my local the place I train at called D1. I don't know if you've heard of it in Boerne.
Oh yeah.
Um, they've been doing a lot for me. They're just sending it out to a lot of colleges. I've heard from Princeton, University of Pennsylvania, Tarleton, UIW, Nevada University, and just some bunch of small D2 and D3 colleges. So I do have one offer from Pullman. So
Well, with your academics, I would have to ask. I mean, is Ivy League an option, or is that something you're looking at? Or are you open to pretty much anybody?
I'm open to anybody, but I think Ivy League would be really good. I think I'd really like to do that. So, and I also have no problem walking on to bigger D1 schools either. So.
Okay, it's good to know. Hey, tell us as you go into your senior year here, what do you consider your strengths as a player, and what are some of the things you're working on constructively as a player?
Definitely my strengths are being aggressive and just being aggressive to the ball. And I have pretty good vision around the field. One thing I think I do need to work on is probably just making sure I don't take any plays off. I'm not really bad about that, but just making sure I always know what's going on, and that'll definitely help me a lot more. And just always being ready. So.
Okay. Coaches are always concerned about the relationship of a player with their coaches. Tell these college coaches a little bit about your relationship with your existing high school staff. Tell us about your relationship with your position coach and your head coach at Champion High School.
Well, my head coach, his name's Keith Kaiser. He's really involved. I really like him. He's an impressive guy. He demands respect. I really like that about a coach. It just sets up an atmosphere where you need to work hard or else you're out. So, and I really think that's important. my defensive coordinator, his name's Coach Ellis. I really like him. He can be tough on you, but he also can be fun at times, which I think is really good in a coach. And then my outside linebacker coach, his name's Coach Ford, and he's just this athletic dude that just knows a lot, and he's just a really good football-minded guy, and just can help me improve my game. So.
Yeah, one of the things, the reason why I have you down as an athlete, being a former linebacker myself, usually athlete is for the offensive side of the ball, but I watch your video and I'm thinking this kid can play DN, he can play outside linebacker, he can move inside. Tell us, what position do you think you'll transition to when you get to college?
Well, with my size, I probably transition to like a safety, like linebacker position. I think that's probably
Okay.
what I'll do. But I mean, in high school, I consider myself to do everything. I pass rush. I can
Yeah.
play safety. I think I can do anything. So.
Garrett, a lot of college coaches, we love when players will also play a role in special teams. Tell us, do you play a role in special teams for your high school now?
I did. I was at one point. I was on the punt team. I was a gunner for kickoff last year, but this year, since I'm a senior, and I probably won't be on special teams as much this year. So.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, as far as your decision, what schools would you like to stay here in Texas, or do you mind going out to the East Coast or to the West Coast?
I don't really mind. I mean, if it was in Texas, it'd be great. But I mean, if the school fits me, I'd love to go there. So.
Okay. And obviously your family has had a big impact in your life, but tell us somebody outside of your family who's had a big influence on your life as a student athlete.
Um, I'd say my first trainer, his name was Maurice. He was the first one to show me how to like work hard and just work out and just like the work ethic that was needed. And then unfortunately he died from a brain tumor.
Oh,
So
no.
that was really sad. He was a former Marine and semi-pro football player. And he just showed me like a lot, just how to like work the ropes and just be a really good football player. So.
Okay. Hey, is there a certain player at the college or pro level that you pattern your game off of, and who is that player?
I don't know about college, but definitely my favorite player is Von Miller. He's an outside linebacker. Plays for my favorite team, the Broncos. And I like to think of myself as being very quick off the ball. Being able to fly around. He definitely does that. So.
And it's actually a good role model for you. I mean, you have got good size now, but people don't understand. I know Vaughn personally. He played with my son. My son played in the NFL, but he's not a very big guy. He's just extremely quick and explosive, and one of the best pass rushers, obviously in the league. So great. That's a great role model for you. Tell us a little bit about adversity. One thing coaches want to know about is this game has a lot of ups and downs. How do you handle the ups and downs and adversity of playing football?
Well, as I said before, my coaches they're pretty strict. So I mean, I've been yelled at for messing up a few times. So, and I understand that sometimes you're just going to mess up, but you just kind of have to put it in the back of your head and just keep going because you got a game to play. So.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Um, Tell us about you've got a lot of talent there at Champion High School. Tell these coaches, other teammates of yours that they probably should take a look at, and who are they and what position do they play?
Definitely, I have a few. Reed Cantrell, he's a tight end. I know SMU's been looking at him a little bit. He's about 6'4". He'll be good. He's a good tight end. And then Landon Eads, he's a 285. He'll be our nose guard this year. Just this big hulking dude that's got great character. He's a follower of God, and he's willing to work hard. He wants to go to NFL. So, and then
Okay.
one of our other Luke Heck, he's our defensive end. Another big guy. They all work really hard and they just want to go somewhere. So play football.
Good stuff. Okay. Hey, what other sports have you played? You have good height, good size. What other sports have you played in high school?
I do track, I run hurdles, and I do the 4x4.
Nice. Okay. College coaches love players that run track in the spring. Tell these coaches one thing that you learned from track that has made you a better football player.
Hello?
You still there?
Yep.
Did you hear my last question?
No.
Okay, I'll repeat it. That's no problem. I was asking you, with you being a track athlete, What's the one thing from track that's made you a better football player?
Definitely has improved my speed and my like stamina. Running the 300 hurdles, it's a pretty tough race, and also the 400 is, and just like the last 100 is just super hard, and I kind of see that as like the fourth quarter. I
Yeah.
like everything, and you just kind of push and just push it in, and once you're done, you can rest. So, but for that
Yeah.
last 100
People
meters,
people who've never run track, and I respect people like you. I've coached and ran track. Running the 400, that last 50 meters will let you know what kind of person you're gonna be, man. It'll definitely put some hair in
yeah.
your chest, that's for sure. Hey, tell us a little bit about as we finish up here. Coaches want to understand about their prospects of what kind of competitor they are. Tell these coaches what kind of competitor are you, and how much do you love competing?
I'm a very competitive guy. Just for backstory, I've never been a very big person, and I've kind of taken that with a grain of salt. And I've gotten a lot bigger over the years, but I definitely like competing with guys that are bigger than me. I think it makes me better, and I also really enjoy it just because if I beat them, it makes me feel a lot better, and I can have a kind of square up a little bit. But yeah, I'm really competitive, especially in football games. I really get into it. So
Good stuff. Well, let's finish up here. Garrett, I know you're busy. You want to get to your weekend, but as we finish up here, let's talk about that elevator pitch. Tell these coaches in 15, 30 seconds why they should recruit you and what are you going to bring to their program?
well, I'll tell you, I'll be one of the hardest workers at your program. Um, I'm also really, if I go somewhere, I'll be very like into the program. I'll be all in, and I promise I'll eventually I'll work hard and I'll be a great player for the football team. So
It's good stuff. Well, Garrett, if you have any questions, you need anything, definitely reach out to me and consider me a resource. I look forward to seeing you on the sidelines of a game here pretty soon. Continue to be safe and continue to work hard and have a great season, okay?
yes, sir. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you.